Hey everyone, Allison Berger here, and come spend the weekend with me in Cartagena, Colombia. Whenever I arrive in a new city, the first thing I like to do is take a walking tour. I found a free walking tour of the walled city with Free Tour Cartagena, and I had a fabulous morning tour with Edgar. He told me all about the history of Cartagena and how it was established in 1533, all while showing me the main sights and buildings to see. He toured me around for a good 2.5 hours. When the tour was over, I went to the Gold Museum, which was free to visit. It was a very small museum, and it made sense as to why it's free. This museum should only be on your to-do list if you need a time filler, which is what I needed before taking another one of Free Tour Cartagena's tours, this time of Getsemaní. This is the other major neighborhood in Cartagena. The locals believe this to be a blessed part of town since its name came from the Bible. However, this area was ran by the cartel for a very long time before it finally became free of it, and that's why it's colorful and an artsy area that you see today. Unfortunately, I did not enjoy this tour and could have skipped it. The tour I had in the morning was much better. I'm going snorkeling today around the Rosario Islands National Park with Diving Planet. Which means I started the day at the Todo Mar Marina, which is where I boarded their boat to head to the Rosario Islands. As we left the port of Cartagena, seeing major vessels and landmarks, we started the hour-long journey to the islands. Once we arrived at the Cocolizo Island Resort, we got all of our snorkeling gear together and we headed out to our first snorkeling spot. The coral was so unique and interesting to see here. I did see some different types of fish than I've seen before. They even looked like they were glowing. What makes Diving Planet unique is that part of their proceeds go towards their Dive to Heal initiative. Not only do they go to help with the coral reef restoration projects, but they also help people with disabilities, to teach them that the restrictions that they feel are really in their mind and not in their body. I love being able to have an enjoyable experience while helping a good cause. After a short break, we headed back out to our second snorkeling spot, which is where we saw different fish and more coral. And before I knew it, it was time to head back for lunch and some hanging around at the resort before heading back to the boat for a ride back to Cartagena. The next day, I spent the morning walking around the walled city, getting different views of Cartagena before Roque, my private tour guide for the day, came to pick me up. We drove through the city on our way to the monastery and convent of Santa Cruz. From here, you get the best views of all aspects of Cartagena. It was built in 1606, and there are still priests that live here today. From there, we visited the San Felipe Fort, which I highly recommend visiting with a guide. If you don't have a guide, you won't know the history or what you're looking at. This fort was built to protect the land side of the city, so you'll only see the cannons facing the land, not towards the water or the walled city. No one ever lived at this fort. It was only used to protect the city. After touring the fort, we went back to the walled city on our way to drive around Boca Grande, which is like the South Beach of Cartagena. As we watched the sun go down, I was grateful that I did not stay in this part of town. It's my last full day in Cartagena, and I am spending it at the Sofitel Legend Santa Clara, specifically at their spa. I chose their classic spa day, which included a body scrub and massage. Afterwards, I enjoyed their relaxation area and this view before heading into their steam room. This package also included getting to spend time at their gorgeous pool, which is exactly what I did from this cabana, and where I also had lunch. In the evening, while at one of their lounges, since the hotel was originally a convent, monks come around lighting all of the candles, and here they were in the crypt, where I also got to go down and leave my mark. Relaxing here was the best way to spend my last full day in Cartagena. I hope you enjoyed exploring Cartagena with me. For more information about everything I did, check out the links below. So until next time, I'm Allison Berger, and don't forget, I'm FunSized.